Today is day 40 of my 75-day challenge, and so I wanted to give a few updates. This thing doesn't feel like a chore anymore, which honestly happened quicker than I expected. I thought it would take a bit longer for me to get to this point. The hardest part now isn't really making these videos and uploading, but it's managing my own expectations for what I want to create and the types of videos I want to make and what's realistic on a daily basis on top of work, my dogs, my obligations, and everything like that. I've learned a lot about focus. Sometimes I'll lose the plot and worry about, video performance or dislikes or negative comments, but I really had to reground myself and focus on what actually matters and why I started making these videos in the first place. For me, to exercise my creative muscle and overcome overthinking before making something creative and putting it out there. These numbers and words on a screen don't really mean anything. At least they shouldn't, but I'm human, so that's a work in progress. Another habit I've been keeping is taking at least one photo a day, keeping me accountable to bring this with me wherever I go and to keep my eyes out and look for things worth noticing. Even on ordinary days, it changes the way that I see and I interact with my environment. I've realized that this tiny habit, just taking one photo a day, keeps me mindful, noticing more light, more textures, and more little details that I would have missed otherwise. It's a small thing, but it makes my days feel richer and slower, and it feeds back into my creative practice for these videos. Talking to the camera a bit more naturally, speak slow, I'm not high energy, but that's intentional and that's just how I am. And I'm learning that speaking slow, even if it takes more editing, is a feature and not a flaw. Overall, I'm overcoming my fear of being on this side of the camera by repetition. I know I keep saying that these videos are for me at the end of the day, but the irony is not lost on me that I'm posting these videos for anybody to see. I want the content to be entertaining enough so that it reaches people who might be able to benefit from hearing some of the things that I have to say. This challenge has shifted how I live. I'm more focused, I'm more intentional, and I finally have something outside of my job that I'm able to pour my effort into. Something that builds me rather than something that drains me. I've been venturing out more, trying new things. Time feels slower, life feels richer. I notice more, I'm more present. Sleep, getting more sunlight, journaling, reading. These aren't just tasks for the 75 days just for the sake of it. They're a part of a greater initiative of living intentionally. And showing up for this challenge has become a way for me to live more fully. I started this challenge to make more videos, but somewhere along the way it started changing how I live my life, and I think that's a much better outcome.